Hello everyone and welcome back to my little English page. I am Marine, your English teacher. Today we are going to learn some business vocabulary. Now, in this lesson, we are going to have a look at a few expressions first, and then we will move on to just a few words that you should learn and that are quite useful when it comes to business English. Hello, Sheriff. It's very nice to see you. How are you doing? Are you okay? Did you have a good week? Here in Spain, it is a bank holiday. Hello, Kanawi Ali. Nice to see you. Ooh, that's a hot tea. You're welcome. This was a fun live. Yes, I just did a live on Instagram with Nuba from Silky English, and we talked about being bilingual, knowing more than one language. So I hope that gave people some ideas and maybe a little bit of motivation when it comes to learning a foreign language. The bank holiday. Right now in Spain, it is Holy Week. It's a Christian celebration. So for a week, there are processions everywhere in Seville, and people go out to the streets and watch the processions, and they go for drinks. And so that's what it is. And today and tomorrow are official bank holidays. That way people can go out and have a look, watch the processions. Thank you, Kawani. I am great. Thank you very much. So let's jump right into today's live, guys. Okay, so we are going to start with a few expressions. So what I've done is I'm going to write all the definitions at once in the comment section. Let me write that right now, and then I will give you the definition, well, the actual expressions one by one. So let me just set that up, up and here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 expressions. Yes, all right. Exactly. Sheriff, the way I called the live, I said, let's get down to business. This is a play on, well, it's a joke. I don't know if you guys remember Mulan, the Disney movie, well, cartoon really. There's a song called Let's Get Down to Business. So that's why. Okay. All right. So here are the definitions of the expressions that we're going to have a look at right now. So we have increase a lot, stay well informed. Have you noticed well informed has a dash in between because well informed is an adjective, so we need the little dash. Then we have receive approval, and then waste effort, and finally contact. Hi, hello, Will. Nice to see you. Will Wilson. I think I call you Will usually. Okay, guys. So let's have a look now at the actual words, the actual expressions that I want you guys to guess. So remember, look at the definitions that I wrote in the comment section, and you need to tell me which one it goes with. Okay? All right. So the first one is to be given the green light. To be given the green light. So what is it? Let me write it in the comment section. Tell me what the definition is, okay? To be given the green light. Okay, so what is it? Hello. Yes, of course I'm writing the expressions, don't worry. Okay. So what does to be given the green light mean? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it, okay? All right, remember the definitions are in the comment sections. Can I pin it? Oh no, I can only remove. All right, very good, Sheriff. It is to receive approval. To receive approval. Now be careful, approval is not countable, so we can't say unapproval. Just receive approval. Good job. Get the permission to do something? Pretty much, yeah. It's another way of defining this expression. That works, absolutely. Benam, nice to see you here. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next one. It is to flog a dead horse. To flog a dead horse. So I'll write it down. Meanwhile, think about it, look at the definitions that I wrote, and tell me which one it matches. To flog a dead horse. To flog a dead horse. What is the definition of this expression? Think hard. You guys are so good to each other. I love that. You're congratulating each other. Good. Well done, guys. Face problems? No. Again, guys, remember I wrote all of the definitions a little bit before in the comment section. So scroll up and have a look at which one it is. Okay. Sheriff, you're doing very well. It is to waste effort. Very good. To waste effort, to flog a dead horse. Very good. Okay, next one. We have to get a hold of. To get a hold of. Usually someone. You can't see the comments? How come? They should be on the side. Is it maybe because you're on your phone? Okay, let me read all of the definitions one more time, guys. So we have increase a lot, stay well informed, receive approval, waste effort, and contact. Contact, okay? So I said to get a hold of. What is the definition of this word, this expression? Good job, guys. I see two of you already have it. Very good. Benam, very good. Sheriff, it is to contact. It's actually quite common to use it in negative. I can't get a hold of Jack. That means I'm having difficulties contacting Jack. Very good, guys. Well done. Okay, expression number 1, 2, 3, 4. To go through the roof. To go through the roof. To go through the roof. What is the definition of this expression? What is it? Let me know right now in the comment section below. No, it's not running away. No. Okay, I'll give you another second. I see the answer. I see the answer already. Okay, so any more guesses, guys? To go through the roof. To go through the roof. Well, Benam, you are correct. It is to increase a lot. Imagine the roof of your house. If it goes even higher, that's how good it is. So it goes through the roof. It increases a lot. Okay, well done. So we have the last one, if I remember. It is to keep up to date. To keep up to date. To keep up to date. Okay, very good. Now, guys, these expressions, we're going to use them later on towards the end of the lesson. I have a little quiz for you. So make sure you memorize those expressions. You will need them again before the end of the lesson. Very good. To stay well informed. That is to keep up to date. Very good. To stay well informed. Good job. Will, I see that you're confused. Why are you confused? Do you need me to explain a definition again? What is it? I don't want you to be confused, so let me know. I want to solve this problem right now. No confusion in my classroom. Okay, so the topic, we're having a look at business vocabulary. All of these expressions are expressions that you could, I can't pin, guys. I can't pin comments. It's not like on Instagram. These are expressions that you can hear in business English, okay? For example, you can be given a green light on a project. That means you can do it. To flog a dead horse, you are maybe trying to work on a contract to save a company, but the company is just going down. So you're flogging a dead horse. It's useless. It's just not going to happen. You're wasting effort. Okay, to get a hold of, you, for example, are in a meeting, you need to contact a partner, you try to get a hold of your partner. Go through the roof, you could maybe have sales that go through the roof. Very, very, very good sales. Keep up to date. Let's say that your partner is working on a project. You want him to keep up to date. That means that you want that person to know everything there is to know about the project and be constantly finding new information, excuse me, to make sure that they know everything that is going on. Okay? All right, good. I'm glad you're back on the same page with us, guys. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I'm catching a little cold. Who knows? Good. Excuse me. All right, guys, so we've had a look at our 5 expressions. Now we're going to have a look at 10 vocabulary words that I think are useful and interesting. So in Egypt, you say to beat a dead person. Yeah, it's quite similar, exactly. There's no point beating someone that's already dead because nothing's going to come out of it. Yeah, that's pretty much the same expression. Good job. Okay. So we are going to start our 10 vocabulary words now. And the first one is a start up. Before I give you... Oh, I think I have something that went down the wrong way. Before I give you the definition, I want to give you guys... Yes, it's tea. It's tea. Before I give you the definition, I want to give you guys a second to think about it, because maybe you know the definition. So maybe you can teach the definition to the other students watching the lesson. Gosh. Wow. All right, so take a second. Think about it. What is a startup? I'm actually not drinking Tetley tea. I'm drinking, it's PGT. That's what I'm drinking. Very good, Sheriff. A startup is a new company, a baby company. It might be a few months old, maybe a year old. That's what it is. A new small business that has just started. Very good, guys. Good job. All right. The next one is often referred to as HR. HR, but this is an abbreviation for human resources. I'm adding extra letters, guys. Human resources. In any company, you do have to deal with human resources. So what are human resources? Let me know in the comment section below. I know, yeah, Sheriff is a proper businessman. He knows a lot of vocab here. Good job. So what are human resources, guys? What is it? So there's the word human in it. So it's probably going to be related to people, right? To people, yes. It's people who work in. It's not a person who works in a company, but yes, Will. It's basically a section of the company that deals with employees. So they might deal with problems. They might deal with recruiting, firing people as well. They are in charge of people. That's what there's human in it. Human resources. Good job. Well done. Okay. The next one. I think you might not know the next one. Cold call. What is that? A cold call. Have you heard of this expression before? So I'll give you a second to think. What is a cold call? Tea. Haha, you're quiet on this one, aren't you? It's a more difficult one. No, it doesn't mean no cells. I think you're struggling with this one. Okay. Do you sometimes get phone calls from window companies? They call you and they ask you if you need new windows. That is a cold call. That is when a company calls numbers. It's usually not necessarily their own employees, but it can be. And that call, the purpose of that call is to make a sale. So it's also very common for phone companies to call people. They have a database of phone numbers and they call those people trying to get them to join the company, either by leaving their own phone company and going to that one. Okay, that is a cold call. And we usually don't like cold calls, but they are a job, they are a profession, and they are a common thing. Okay? So you worked in that, Will. Okay, I've done some of that as well when I was working for an academy in the past. It's quite a difficult job, isn't it? Because you call people that don't necessarily want to talk to you, but you still have to do your job. So that's why I always try to be nice when I get a cold call, because I know what it's like. But they can be quite annoying, and some of those people can be very persuasive. Persuasive. Do you know this word? It comes from persuade. Persuade. To persuade, similar to convince. Okay. All right. Yeah. What did you sell, Will, when you did cold calls? What did you sell? You worked for a call center as well. Okay. Yes, call centers do cold calls very often. Yes, they can be for customer service, quite common, but cold calls are a very common one as well. Ooh, you cold door. No, I don't think it's called like that. But you go door to door, house to house. Okay, yeah, that's similar, except it's not on the phone. It is face to face. Exactly. Okay, the next one is a word that you should know because it is a word that I use myself. It is feedback. Feedback. I give my students feedback. So what is feedback? Feedback, think about it, write it down, and let me know. Okay, guys? So what is feedback? Feedback. Encourage. Okay, I see why you're saying that. It's not exactly encourage, but we'll go over why you said that, okay? Okay, it's an evaluation of your work. Yes. I like to say that it is constructive criticism. Okay, when you give feedback, your intention is to help the other person improve, usually. Okay, so constructive criticism. It doesn't mean the criticism is going to be good. It could be that you've done something wrong or not exactly the right way. But the purpose of giving you that kind of criticism is so that you will take it in and improve thanks to that comment, okay? Exactly, assessment report of their performance. Very good, okay? So to give someone feedback, okay? To give someone feedback. That's the verb that we would use, okay? You don't feedback. That's not a verb. It's a noun. Very good. Exactly. Constructive criticism is a push. The intention behind it is to help the other person. If if someone just gives you negative feedback and in a kind of mean way, this is not good feedback. This is not something you should keep in mind because this is not useful. Feedback should be helpful. Very good. Next one, annual leave. You usually see this word in emails. Emails, where it's 2 words, annual leave. What is a more common synonym of annual leave? Annual leave. Any ideas? Annual leave is very common. You write an email and you receive an email back straight away saying that the person is on annual leave. What do they mean by that? What is annual leave? I see you're struggling with this one again. The chat is silent. We can hear crickets. Quick, 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 quick. Yes, okay, that's pretty much it, Sheriff. Annual leave is a fixed time when all the employees, well, it doesn't have to be all the employees. But when someone decides to leave the company, yes. Okay, so Sheriff, you're saying yearly quitting? No, it's not related to quitting. A very simple synonym is holidays. Annual leave is the same as holidays. It's just a slightly more formal way of saying it. Okay, like I said, you write an email to someone in the company. You usually get an automated response saying, I am on annual leave at the moment. I will answer your email in the shortest delay, or please contact whatever person. That's a more formal way of saying that the person is on holidays. Okay? Exactly. Yearly vacation, I think that comes from the past when people used to go on holiday probably just once. Now there are more holidays, of course, but the expression annual leave is absolutely correct and quite common in the business world. Okay, very good. Next one is related to contracts. Null and void. Bye-bye, Will. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you next week. Bye-bye. Okay. Sheriff, the difference between annual leave, vacation, actually the difference is between holidays and vacation. If I remember correctly, vacation is more American and holiday is more British. I might be confusing. It might be the other way around, but that's the main difference, is where the word comes from. Okay. So what is null and void, guys? What is that? Like I said, it is usually related to contracts. So what could it be? That one might be a little bit more difficult. Like avoid to do work. No, avoid. If you avoid something, that means you're trying not to do it. Here, void, you have to memorize the expression like that. If a contract is null and void, that means that it's not valid. There's a problem with it. The contract does not stand anymore. It's difficult, but we're talking contract to find an example. Let's say there was a clause in your contract that said you had to do something specific and you didn't. Then it's null and void. That means the contract doesn't stand anymore. It pretty much breaks the contract. Okay? Good. Next one, agenda. Now, I chose this word because it's very often misunderstood, because it is a word that is quite common in many languages, but it has a slightly different meaning in English. An agenda. What is your agenda? Your agenda. Good, Benam. That's actually really good. That's exactly the definition I wanted to give you. A list of things you want to do or you have to do. Now, it's often used kind of metaphorically as well. Let's say you want to do something. Okay, no, you know someone that's not very nice, and you're wondering why they're here. You want to know what's on their agenda. You want to know what they have in mind, what they're planning to do. Okay, so in this case, it's not really a list of things to do, but their agenda is what they have the intention of doing. Does that make sense? I feel like this one was a little bit more a wonky definition for this one. Okay, a list of things to do. Your agenda. Your agenda. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. We have, so actually I'm going to give you two words. We have branch, and then in comparison we have headquarters. What's the difference? A branch and the headquarters. Okay, those two words usually go together. They don't mean the same. What's a branch and what are the headquarters? Any guesses? So what do you think is bigger, the branch or the headquarters? What's bigger? Okay, so Benam, I think you're giving us the definition of a branch. Pretty much, yes. So what is bigger is the headquarters. That is the main center of the company. What did I write exactly? I wrote head office, where the company is controlled and managed. Okay, that is the center of that company. That is where most things happen. Okay? Yes, the headquarters is basically the main area of the company, the main section of the company. Good. Now, a branch is usually a smaller, so it could either be a shop or an office that is smaller and usually in a different city or a different part of town than the headquarters. Okay, so for example, think about Coca-Cola. They have their headquarters probably in the US, I assume. I don't know. And then they have branches in many different countries. Okay, so it's like a subdivision of that company. Hello, Camilo. Nice to see you. Yay. So yeah, exactly, Benam. The headquarters are obviously much bigger. Very good. All right, and we move on to the last one. And it's also, it can be related to contracts, but not always. It is penalty. And I am not talking about football, guys, okay? Not a football penalty. But if you know what a penalty is in football, you should know what it is in the working world as well. What is a penalty? A penalty. Exactly, when you do something wrong and you pay for it. Basically, it's a punishment. And very often the punishment involves money, like a fine. Okay? But it doesn't have to be. It usually is, though. Okay? Good. All right, guys. So this is the vocabulary that I wanted to cover. Now I have created 6 sentences that use either the expressions that we had a look at the beginning of the lesson, or some of the words that we covered just now. Okay? Good. So, can I write that? Yeah, I think I can put it in the comment section as well, guys, so you can see it. It'll be more comfortable for you. Okay. Yeah, it can be a salary cut. Yeah, that's never nice, is it? Nobody likes a salary cut. All right, guys, so we have our first sentence. This one's a bit difficult, and I am going to help you because it's the first one. This one needs an expression. So one of the expressions we covered earlier at the beginning. It is, I am having difficulties of Jack. Can you try calling him? Let me repeat one more time. I'm having difficulties of Jack. I left the preposition of, so that should help you. Can you try calling him? All right, so Sherry, if you have your answer, very good. Let's see if anybody else wants to try as well. Nobody else? Well, Sheriff, good job. You're correct. To get a hold of. Very good. So I'm having difficulties getting a hold of Jack. Okay, it is to get a hold of. Now, it's very true. I'm having difficulties is followed by ing. So that was correct. Very good. Okay, so I'm having difficulties getting a hold of. Now, remember, because get is basically a consonant, vowel, consonant sandwich, we need to repeat the last consonant. So we're going to write getting, okay? Getting, we don't say getting, but just to help you for the writing, okay? Getting a hold of. Good job. Very good. All right, sentence number 2. Let's copy paste it. Okay, so that's number 2. After watching your performance, I'd like to sit down with you. Okay, yeah, I have a mistake in my sentence. Let me correct it, guys. Sarah, I'd like to sit down with you. And, okay, there was a mistake in this sentence, guys. Erase it. Forget it. This is the one. Sit down with you and, okay, that's correct. After watching your performance, I'd like to sit down with you and go over some points. I have for you. So what do I have for you? After watching your performance, I'd like to sit down with you and go over some points. I have for you. What could that be? When I explained it earlier, I used the example of classes in class, but here it is different. So what is it? Are you struggling with this one, guys? Is it a bit more challenging? Okay, Sheriff, very good. I have feedback for you. To have feedback. So earlier we said give feedback, have feedback for you works as well. Okay? Good job, Benam, sorry. Very good. You guys are on fire. Sheriff and Benam, the dream team. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Oh, I don't want to give you the answer at the same time. Okay, number 3. I'm sorry. Okay, this one should be easy. I spent quite a lot of time explaining this one. I'm sorry, but I am on at the moment. Please contact my associate instead. This one, yes. Oh, be careful, Sheriff. What did you add at the end of the word? It's not there. Remove it. I'm sorry, but I am on annual leave at the moment. Please contact my associate instead. Very good. So, Sheriff, be careful, okay? It's always annual leave, not annual leaving. It has to stay this way. Okay? Very good. Number 4. Ooh, we're halfway through, guys. Hoppa. So this is question number 4. Okay. You broke the second clause of the contract. There will be not consequences, but similar. It's a type of consequence. Oh, you need a noun here, Benam. And yes, good. It is penalty. There will be penalties. So here I would put it in plural, okay? Oh, you could have fine. Yeah, there could be fines as well. Why not? It's a type of penalty. Good job. Okay, so you broke the second clause of the contract. There will be penalties. Very good. All right. Let's do one more. 2 to go, guys. That's number 5. All right, good. I deceived you. Of course I did. That's the thing. In English, it's not always going to be what you think. You have to pay attention to all the tiny little details. So yes, maybe I tricked you a little bit here. It's okay. All right, guys. Oh, wow. You guys were so quick on this one. Very good. Did you hear the thunder? Wow. It was very loud. Okay. I am running my own startup. Very good. We are still small, but the company is growing quickly. Very good. And our very last sentence, guys. Number 6. Okay. Our sales this year, we did so well that everybody should get a raise. I like that. I would like to get a raise too. Our sales, yeah, but we're not looking for increase, guys. We're looking for the expression that I taught you, which means increase a lot. But you want the expression, okay? Our sales, this year we did so well that everybody should get a raise. Here, remember, guys, I said something about going up and going further than a section of your house. What is it? What is it? It's not increase a lot, but it means increase a lot. Huh. It's a challenging one, this one, isn't it? No idea? So it starts with go. We need go first. To go. To go. No, still nothing? That was a bit of a more challenging one, that's true. So, yeah, grow is correct. You could say that the sales grew, but again, guys, we're looking for an expression. It's not go up. So it was to go through. To go through what? Go through. What's that on top of your house? Not go up, but you're close, Sheriff. To go. I said it. What's the full expression? Come on, guys. Go through the roof. To go through the roof. And that does mean increase a lot. Okay, so our sales went through the roof this year. We did so well that everybody should get a raise. Okay, do you understand this one now? Is it okay? All right, so we're reaching the end of our live today. This wasn't an hour, just maybe 45 minutes, I think. I would like to know what you want me to cover next week. Okay, so Business English was a request from you guys last week. So now I need more requests for next week. While you think about it, excuse me, and write down possible topics. I just want to remind you that there is a live tomorrow, but it's on the Say Oh Yes account. I haven't decided the topic yet, but I think it's going to be something with games. It's been a few weeks since I've done games, so probably some kind of, maybe I did vocabulary game last time. So maybe a different type of game, but definitely happening. Okay, so make sure to subscribe to the Say Oh Yes YouTube account as well. We post videos every Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and we go live every Friday at 12 p.m. Also, don't forget that you can subscribe to our Facebook page and the Instagram account. At Say Oh Yes, we provide speaking classes online. It's all in very small groups, maximum 4 students, big max, never more than that. So you get personalized attention. You also get to be separated in even smaller groups, practice, the teacher observes. We give you live feedback, but we also give you the recording of the lesson. That way, during the lesson, you can fully focus on speaking, on practicing, and then you can go back, watch the replay of the lesson, and do more, specific studying if you want to. But the focus is to have you enjoy and make the most of the lesson as much as possible. All right, guys. So let's see what ideas you guys have. So more business English, okay, yeah, but I might not do it just next week because I've just done it, but I definitely want to do more business English. Fun day with games, songs, and movie scenes. I might do that, but I just want to be careful with songs and movies because of copyright. That can be quite a tricky one. So I'll see what I can do. Did you hear that? The thunder? It's so loud. Scary. Hello, Coque. It's okay. You can rewatch the lesson. We've done a little quiz at the end. So have a look at the vocabulary I covered, and then you can do the quiz and let me know how that went for you. Okay, guys? Grammar day. To be honest, Sheriff, it has been quite a while since I've done a grammar day. That could be a good one. Maybe grammar games for next week. I'm game. Do you know this expression? It means I'm up for it. I want to do it. Yeah. So maybe games about grammar. So how to make grammar, that's shaking. How to make grammar a little bit more interesting. So you guys heard it? Yes! I didn't know if you would. That was super, super loud. And it just started raining now. Ooh, I don't want to take the doggy out now. I'm going to get wet. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Remember, tomorrow I go live from the Say Oh Yes account at 12 p.m. Spanish time. All right? Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, keep on learning. Bye-bye.